How do you build a successful customer base? Nice. That is an amazing question. And in business, right, you can only call your business a successful business basically if you have customers. So if you have customers, that means you will have sales, and then someone actually wants your product or your service. There's that exchange of value, and then we call that in money new the point of business. So if you have that point of business, okay, then you have a business. As long as you don't have clients buying your product or service, then you don't have any business. It's just an idea. All right. So that's why customers are super important. All right. So now to answer Michelle's question, how do you build a successful customer base? Each business is different, right? So there's a traditional business, let's say, for example, the restaurants, or maybe even a spa, for example. Or we can talk about the cafe, right? So if you have a traditional business wherein you have a physical location, then the first thing that you need to really understand before you even start the business is that where am I placing this? Because in this kind of business, what's important is location, number one. Number two, location. And number three, guess what? Location. So location, location, location. So wherever you put your physical business, it's super important because you need traffic. So what do I mean by traffic? You need foot traffic, people walking past your restaurant, people seeing your signage, and these are people that are your target market. That is super important when you have that traditional business. Now, if you are starting a like a more new age business, which is online business, then you need to understand how to attract customers online. So you need to know how to do online marketing, digital marketing. You need to understand how to build relationship online as well. So all of this, and when you can do that, then you'll be more successful in terms of digital marketing. So those are different types of businesses. But if we get the essence, and some of you might understand this because you just recently attended Money and You, if you get the essence of these two things, right? There are certain key components that will make you successful in terms of creating a very good customer base, which is building a relationship. So when you build a very good relationship with your clients, meaning your clients like you, they trust you, and they will really buy whatever you offer, then you have a successful customer base, right? So building relationship. Then the second thing is, how can you sustain? You have a system, you have a structure that you can sustain your clients. Maybe offer them more value after some time, or maybe offer them new services, new products. And when you do that, your customers not only will like you, but they will love you, right? Because wow, they feel that, oh, wow, I'm well taken care of. Let's say, for example, Michelle, you have a business, and then they will say, oh, Michelle loves me. She always remembers me. She gives me gifts during Christmas, or during holidays, or maybe even just sending a card to remind them that you are there and you appreciate them. And that appreciation, the client will love it. Yeah. So those two things, right? So one is that building that relationship where they really trust you, they like you. And then second is, how can you sustain them so that your clients will really stay with you and love you for a very long time, right? So I hope I answered that. So how do you get over the fear of what if it fails? Yeah. So this is basically fear of failure, right? And if you can, if you are here, you are listening, and you can resonate with this, just type in the chat, like, yeah, that's, I have that as well. And one thing that you need to understand is that it's common, even me now, being having 14 years of experience in business, I still have those fear, right? It never really goes away. The thing that has improved is my ability to manage it. So let me go back to what I said, at the first, answering the first question, which is the entrepreneurial mindset. So one of the things that I teach to have very strong entrepreneurial mindset is really understanding that construct. So a lot of those construct is is developed when we were young. And in school, when, and this is not kind of like blaming, and this is more of what is commonly happening. When we go through school, when we, for example, we raise our hand, and then we make a mistake, and our teachers will scold us like, no, that's wrong, or then our classmates will start laughing at us. And I remember my own experience, because I was a very naughty boy when I was young. I used to run around the classroom while the teacher is teaching, and I don't even remember it until, like, my mom told me that my teacher was complaining to her that, hey, your son, he always run around while I'm doing my class. So I was like that. I was very naughty, and I get scolded a lot. And so while growing up, I associated, like, I thought, if I do this, then I'm wrong, like, because I get scolded. And so there was a lot of that for me growing up in school. And what it did was, to me, is now it created that fear. Like, if I try something and if I fail, then it's painful, I'll get scolding, or someone like me anymore. And so that's how it got created. So then it reduced my, now my confidence to actually try something new. So that's in the past, right? That's in the past. And I have brought it with me, like, even though it's a totally different thing, now I'm gonna start a business, but that fear is still there because of what happened in the past. So the first thing that you need to really understand is that it's not the same thing anymore. Whatever is in the past, right? And it's just your mind having that construct. So that's why I was talking about the construct earlier. Whatever is in your mind, it's just made up. Let me repeat that. So whatever is in your mind is just made up. And you have now the power to choose whether you want to follow that made up thing or choose something else. So that's how I kind of like slowly, overcome my fears and started telling myself, because it won't ever go away, right? That's what I said. It won't ever go away. So I told myself, okay, I hear you. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. I think some of you, that's very, very familiar, right? Thank you for sharing. So those voices in my head, I hear them, and then I would say, thank you for sharing. And then I will still choose what I want to do. It's just voices, it's just made up. So it's the same with, if you have those fear, then that's what you can do. Right? I hope I answered that question, Desmond.
Oh, hey there. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. And remember to click the bell button so you get updated of the new videos. See you in the next one.